Hey guys, this is the walkthrough for the Royal Wood. This is right after the Sanctuary Guardian. This is actually the Sanctuary Garden. And in here you'll find a merchant who sells repair powder and one other thing. I think it's just the like a resin to put on your weapon. And at this point in the game, you probably aren't rocking any weapons that can be upgraded with resin. Because if you have a weapon with like magic or something, you can't put a resin on it. Yeah, it's cool. It's the electric gold pine resin. Now there's also a soul right over here, and it's just humanity. And then let's go ahead and move on through the garden. Now there's a lot of these gardeners in here. They have pitchforks, and they also have hedge clippers. So all you have to really worry about is them being in groups. They die pretty quickly on their own. They're not very strong. So just avoid running into large groups of them. Make sure you're not being followed. There's also stone guardians in here. Stone guardians, they're just like the other stone guardians in the game. I think they just may have stronger armor, but you know that you can't really stun them because their armor is so strong. Avoid fighting these guys in packs. They're really tough. They're resistant to lightning, so keep that in mind. And really like physical attacks too. I think magic and fire is probably your best option. You can't do like a backstab or you can't counter their moves. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of hidden goodies throughout this area. None of them are really good. They're just okay. You get the Guardian set in here and a couple other little items. I'm going to show you where they are, so just keep watching. After you grab that Guardian legging, you'll see the Black Dragon Calamite. Calamite? I'm not sure how you say it. For the first time. Attacking here does nothing. He's still going to have the same amount of health whenever you encounter him underneath the bridge. And just give you a little heads up of what you'll need to get him. You have to find the crest key in the next area to actually fight him. Because if you go down there now, before you have the crest key, you're just going to get destroyed. Because he just flies and casts fire, you can't actually do anything. there's a crystal lizard up here. This one's a little tricky just because he runs into help with the stone guardians. So you gotta kill him really quick and get out of there. Otherwise, you're gonna die like I did. There's also a soul behind this building right here. If you want to go ahead and get that, I'd recommend doing it after your probable death at Knight Artorius. You can take the shortcut that you'll unlock over by the merchant across the bridge, because if you try to go up here now, like right after you went down, these guys are all just going to run at you, and you'll probably die trying to go get it. So we don't want extra deaths. So just go ahead and go to the merchant over on the right across the bridge. He sells some a bunch of different moss clumps, the green one, the one for poison and toxin, and a few other things. He's a tricky little guy. The shortcut is just right behind you. You just go send that thing up and the shortcut will be unlocked.
So long.
So the battle with Knight Artorius is a pretty tough one. He's really quick, he does a lot of damage, and he has a pretty good amount of health. So, what I did as a wizard is what I always do, which is homing Crystal Soul Mass. Now, depending on your playthrough, you might have a couple different spells with you. I went ahead and went with the 10 Banishment Catalyst. This one actually increases your power with your spells, but it halves the amount of spells you have. Now, this doesn't apply to Pyromancer spells, but only sorceries. Alright, so basically, he has a lot of attacks, and they're all melee. Well, he has one area attack. And he switches them up quite a bit. Now when he does the lunging attack, if you don't block that, that's going to be a lot of damage. This is a good opening whenever he does the spinning attack. And when he does this charge, what you want to do is just go ahead and cast your Soul Mass and get the Crystal Soul Spear in there all at once, so you can do a lot of damage. He does this leaping attack sometimes, which I'm sure he'll do here in a second. And if you're a melee guy, when he does that spin attack, you definitely want to get some hits in right there. At least one or two. He kind of like, yeah, it's not like he gets dizzy, but he just pauses there for a second. Now just a regular swing, I wouldn't go for an attack right there because there's no telling how it'll follow up. When he does the dive, he often follows it up with another dive. So that can be pretty risky to try to attack him there. I'd say he does it, he could do up to like 3 or 4 of those. So don't really try to attack him there. Just wait. Here I'm gonna go ahead and get some melee hits in. So like I said, those other attacks aren't safe, but when he does like a heavy lunging attack, well, I have a slow sword, so that would have been safe if you have a quicker melee weapon. Anything where he has to like pull back and kind of charge his attack is a good time to go ahead and get an attack in. See, I tried to heal there. Like I said, he does those leaping attacks sometimes in groups, and that one you absolutely have to roll. If you don't roll from that one, you could very possibly die in one hit. I lost my my melee weapon in the middle of the fight, so if you happen to have something crazy like that happen, just make sure you have some backup to use. If you're just a melee guy, maybe have 2 melees. Well, actually I wouldn't do that. Just have like a Pyromancer spell or something. You don't want to be left hitting him with a broken weapon. And that's the one you definitely have to roll out of the way. The charging leap attack is absolutely deadly. Do not get hit by that. Another time for a free attack whenever he does those charges. And towards the end he starts getting slow, not really doing a lot. As you saw there, he was just kind of walking around the room. So that's it for him. If you come back here, there's actually another little battle that you can have. So after you kill Artorius, you just run out to the bonfire where the fog gate was, and just rest at it. And if you come right back, there will be some lady here trying to just pay her respects for his remains. She's gonna ask you if you want to give her your the soul of Artorius. Now, you can do this, but you could also kill her. So what I would suggest is to not give it to her, because she's going to give you a couple weapons that you could get just from killing her anyways, and there's no other repercussion. So just go ahead and kill her, keep your soul, and you can make that special weapon later.
You humans, always taking what you please. Then I shall do this.
So after you kill her, you're going to get the golden tracer and silver dagger tracer or something like that. And then that's it for this area. Then we're going to move on to the township Alisile Township. So look for that soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Try to get me to that 1,000 subs. Later.